make sure that they stay connected to their back line to limit the impact of the attackers for Washington. But up top, it comes down to Kununanji and Conti, their ability to play off one another.
Head coach Adrian Gonzalez, one change, it's Trinity Rodman in that 4-3-3.
It doesn't get much better, and immediately that front line has much more dynamism.
Here in Oracle Park with you. You are the best fans. Thank you so much.
That was Brandy. Neon green shirts sent low into that area, well stung in. And a chance here for Cantore, who lifts that ball back in. Chance on the back post is sent into side netting. It was a decent chance as well.
It all starts with the quality of the ball and just the second phase. Look how wide open Bernal is on that far post, just late to.
From injury. Here's Bernal, as you mentioned, stepping forward into midfield. To that area. Here's Croix Bethune! And a great save from Jordan Silkowitz.
Does it again because this is wonderfully worked in the attack. You see the overloads, it's a little combination play against Silkowitz. Huge save.
Santos will take short again, this time with Wiesner. Will now lift that cross, and it's a dangerous ball, goes all the way through, and Washington Spirit have the opener. Here to spoil the party, Washington Spirit have taken the lead inside 7 minutes.
This game was fight for that first goal to really quiet this crowd, not allow them to get in it and buoy this Bay team into a total of 3 points. And it's just a wonderful ball into the mix, and you just see the miscommunication. No one actually attacks it for the back line of Bay. And then anytime that ball drops inside your 18-yard box, that's when trouble happens. Silkowitz just is stuck to her feet. All the players for
There's some there from Bethune, but it's given away here in the path of Taylor Huff. Huff will take aim and force Aubrey Kingsbury into her first save of the game.
Well, and those are the moments that Bay should be looking for. Just little turnovers right inside the attacking half of the field. As soon as Huff comes in, opportunistic, has one thing on her mind. There's the heavy pass from Bethune. Easy pickoff for Huff, and then just gets her head up. Always leaning away from it. The ball gets away from her at the last second. One of the better opportunities, though, and it's just them being on the front foot, ready for any loose passes.
Bethune gives away a couple of loose giveaways from Washington Spirit in midfield, and Melanson has done well to win the throw. They find themselves out of the playoffs coming into this one. 17 points from 16 games, 3 points off that final playoff spot. As Kununanji will drive towards that byline, but has to keep it in play. Does get the cross, and Hale was arriving. It got inside her mark, but couldn't get the strike cleanly towards goal. Huff in towards Kununanji, does well to win position and cut inside. Kununanji's cut back in towards Hill, who just didn't catch. He's in that midfield alongside Kiki Pickett. Melanson. And here is Pickett through that middle, but almost gave it straight to Santos. Huff dispossessed in Hirschfeld, and Bethune with space. Continues forward, Croix Bethune! A comprehensive first half away performance. Now has a 2-goal lead. Croix Bethune with her first of the season. Washington cruising at 2-0 ahead at Oracle Park.
From Washington, doing what they need to do, pick the pocket of Huff, and then Croix Bethune. This is the positioning that I was talking about between Santos, Bethune, in between the lines, allows her to get faced up, and then lights out once she starts running at that back line. It takes it so wonderfully with her left foot. No one closes her down, has the entire goal to look at, and at that point in time, she's not gonna miss. What an exceptional finish that is.
Melanson, again, plenty of air underneath that one as Huff challenges for it, and it bounces into the air into the grateful hands of Kingsbury, who wants to start a break here. Rodman turning and playing back to see Tara McKeown back on the pitch and playing it for one of her best friends in the team, Trinity Rodman. On that byline, her cross comes in, and it's awkward off of Silkowitz, and it goes in. Trinity Rodman applying that pressure down the left side. and it yields the third goal of this first half for Washington Spirit.
Just from bad to worse for Bay, but look at this ball once again, and the amount of space that Trinity Rodman has on this left-hand side. Dydasco can't get out because she's tucked in, worried about other defenders, and so Trinity Rodman just gets herself faced up, but this is just poor defending from Bay FC. You got 3-4 defenders in the exact right position, only one attacker, Cantore, making the near post run for Washington. WSL, and Trinity Rodman back, making her first start since March. So you're starting to get a lot of these pieces. Bernal moving into the midfield, it's just allowing them for them to be much more aggressive in the attack, and going to come from back from behind a few of these games as of late. There's still a lot of belief, momentum for Washington, and you're seeing it here today.
If you're a follower of the NWSL, you know this week there's been some crazy comebacks, so that would be the hope from a Bay standpoint. Laura, you were on the call on Monday night of that Seattle-Chicago game.
Well, Chicago then did it again on Friday last night.
Yes.
So. Seems like the exact score line for that to be happening.
Yes.
Here today.
Free kick lifted in. Kundananji's header! And there's one back for Bay FC, who give this terrific crowd that showed up on this great afternoon something to celebrate before the break. Kundananji's second. It's 3-1.
Because this is an excellent header from Kundananji, and this is a player who said coming into this game she has to elevate her play to put this team on her shoulders. But look at the run, just gets herself free right in front of Mickey Yohn on the wrong side, but that is a wonderful header, just glances it into that far post.
Great international window at the Africa Cup of Nations, scoring 3 times for Zambia. Here's a look at the crowd celebrating. They see a goal here in this stadium.
Just love how far the game has come, how much it's grown, and my best friends down there enjoying themselves and what they built here at Bay FC. Things that head coach Adrian Gonzalez talked about is just building those connections, and we're starting to see that on both sides of the ball.
Rodman from longer range, forcing the save out of Silkowitz.
Yeah, we're starting to see that on both sides of the ball. One of the things that we've seen the last few years for Washington is
played into the space here for Bethune. Things opening up for Washington Spirit. Bethune continues, goes for her second goal, and it's only just wide. Again, afforded all that room in the middle.
Pressure initially higher up the field, and everybody just has to drop. Instead, the gaps open up. Bethune, we saw this with her goal in the first half, but just an excellent run. The understanding of where the space is just takes players on.
Conti. Lifting it behind, and Dydasco's going to get there. You get that cross in, and a chance now for Hill, who forces Kingsbury into the save.
The overloads, that allows for Rachel Hill to be able to tuck inside, but then just watch the back line of Washington. Everyone drops, and then Hill, just a recognition that the back line of Washington had dropped off. She has time and space, takes it really well, gets underneath it, so it's...
Crowd in that 6-yard area as it's lifted in. Kingsbury comes, and it's headed in! Kelly Hobley making amends for the own goal in the first half. Bay FC right back in it.
The one thing that we said coming into this game, regardless of the results as of late for this Bay team, there's a ton of belief. They get the late goal in the first half for Kundananji, and then the beginning of this second half, Hobley just rises above everybody. What a beautiful...
Here's Dydasco's delivery. Kingsbury came, but it's headed away. Second bite at the cherry. Dydasco, and the goalkeeper Silkowitz won the header, and what a save from Kingsbury. The save pulled off by Kingsbury.
Well, 2 really good balls in from Bay FC, and then the reaction from Albertini.
Is there still one more chance? Header one, Morrow going chasing again. Lifted out for the throw, and there is the full-time whistle. Washington Spirit just about hang on to all 3 points. This crowd of more than 40,000 appreciating the effort of their hometown team, coming back from 3-0 down to make this a game. They nearly got the equalizer at the end, but it finishes Bay 2, Washington 3.